Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Attorney Mangawang, do you have a record of Philhealth Board Resolution 1436, series of 2010?
I don't have it right now, Mr. Congressman. 1436.
This was based on the Oplan Kisap Mata or the Kisap Mata investigation. Do you remember that, Mr. Pargas? Naalala mo ba yon, yung Kisap Mata? Yung investigation into the Cataract scandal of Philhealth.
I heard of the Oplan Kisap Mata, Mr. Chair, but I was not part of the.
And it resulted to Philhealth Board Resolution 1436, which reads, resolution approving the non-compensability of cataract surgery and other surgical procedures done during medical missions and its exceptions, and defining the badge of fraud attendant to such surgical procedures and the consequential suspension or the processing of claims as a result thereof. Do you remember this now?
Mr. Chair, if it's a board resolution, I don't remember it, sir.
Attorney Mangawang, are you aware of that?
Sir, I was not with the Office of the Corporate Secretary at that time yet, but I've heard Kisap Mata, which is
2010.
spearheaded, I think, by one board member.
Attorney Asuncion,
Dr. Arroyo, di ba?
Attorney
Yes,
Asuncion,
that's
you were
correct,
there
sir.
already when this was the policy on the cataract.
Sa cataract. Anyway, ito kasi sa cataract, 2004, alam nyo, nagsimula na ang kalokohan sa cataract. Tama ba, Mr. Pargas?
Yes, Mr. Chair.
Kailan kayo nagsimula ng case rate? When did you start with the case rate system?
Mr. Chair, prior, mga around 2004-5, meron na pong ilan na mga single case rates na lumabas. Like
So,
alternative care.
ang unang case rate nyo na mabigat, itong cataract case rate. Tama ba? I mean, mabigat, sinasabi natin, because it became subject to abuse.
I suppose, sir, because during that time,
No, you don't
2004, I
suppose
left
it.
the region.
Because you know that there are pending claims right now sa arbitration. Marami kayong problema with Dr. Evangelista. Am I correct, Attorney
Villegas, sir.
Attorney Villegas, di ba?
Correct, sir.
Binabanggit mo kanina, marami kayong problema at meron mga claims sa inyo, ito si Dr. Evangelista. Tama?
Yes, sir.
So, 12 years ago, yung baho ng cataract, yung baho ng case rate, evident na sa PhilHealth. Yung badge of fraud, alam niyo ba yung mga badge of fraud that were part of this board resolution? Ito, anyway, I'll just go into some of the any of the following circumstances, trends, events, or indications shall constitute the badge of fraud, such as operations are concentrated in a very limited place and prescribed time, 70% or more of the patients are PhilHealth members. Nung araw kasi, hindi pa lahat, di ba? The procedure is being done by only one doctor or group of doctors for the same group practice and in the same hospital facility. There is unusual increase in the volumes of claims by the subject healthcare providers for the same single procedure, such as cataract surgery. There is a sudden exponential rise in claims occurring compared to the baseline claims or track record of the concerned healthcare provider. And the doctor, surgeon, or surgeon is not known to usually practice in the area or locality where the surgical operations were done. Are you aware of this, or is this familiar to you, Dr. Pargas?
Mr. Chair, the badge of fraud, I've heard of it.
So, is this an appropriate definition of fraud, of the badges of fraud in the resolution?
Again, Mr. Chair, I have not read the resolution. If it is in 2004, I was still at the regional level.
2010.
Okay. Yes, central office there.
Na kaya ako nire-raise to kasi matagal na alam ng PhilHealth na alam nyo naman na niloloko kayo ng mga doktor. Ang taong bayan niloloko ng mga doktor at ng mga HCI na mas iba ang motibo. Gusto lang nila gawing negosyong malaki. Itong, di ba alam niyo naman, ang insurance is as old as insurance fraud. Would you agree with me? Attorney Asuncion, tama ba yan? Ha? You agree that basta insurance, meron lagi insurance fraud sa kabilang side. Tama ba? And it is your duty, kayong lahat, senior officers, to guard against insurance fraud. Am I correct? Oo, hindi. Dapat binabantayan nyo ang lahat ng nadadaya o yung gumagawa ng mga kalokohan para kunin yung pera ng taong bayan nang wala sa ayos. Kasi ang PhilHealth, ang pera ng PhilHealth ay pag-aari ng bawat Pilipino. Tama ba yun o mali? So all of you are saying yes, di ba? Oh. So alam na natin itong negosyo ng cataract. Alam na natin yung naging negosyo sa pneumonia. Alam natin yung mga naging negosyo sa sepsis. Itong sa kay Dr. Mingita, itong negosyo sa cerebral inflammation, di ba? Mga cerebral stroke, mga stroke na sinasabi. Alam nyo na yan, may racket. Tama o mali? O ngayon, tanong ko, si Dr. Evangelista ba ng Quezon City Eye Institute hanggang ngayon, is he still accredited by PhilHealth? O hindi na?
I think, Dr. Pargas, I think legal should be answered at the prosecution department.
Meron ba kayong blacklist? Meron ba kayong binabawal na makipag-deal sa PhilHealth na doktor na hindi nyo na kinikilala o wala? Meron
Yung
ba kayo
hindi
ron?
na accredited.
Dr. Pargas, health policy.
Yes, Mr. Chair.
Meron.
Na ano po? I'm sorry.
Mga doktor na hindi nyo na pinapayagan na mag-claim sa PhilHealth kasi involved sila sa fraud. O blacklist.
If they are not accredited po, they cannot claim from PhilHealth.
Hindi
No,
nga. Meron ba kayong listahan ng mga tao na hindi nyo na pinapayagan mag-claim dahil meron silang mga gagawang fraudulent cases dito sa PhilHealth?
Attorney Pucalan, you should be the one answering from legal, yung prosecution group.
Sir, those healthcare providers with revoked accreditation should not be accredited by PhilHealth.
Meron na ba kayong doktor na tinanggal niya yung accreditation at hindi na pwede makipag-deal sa PhilHealth?
Sir, yes sir, yung mga revoke na po yung accreditation po.
Sino mga doktor ito? Si Dr. Evangelista ba? Accredited pa o hindi na?
Mr. Chair, our senior manager for accreditation is here.
Sino?
Dr. Herrera. Can we recognize her?
Dr. Hilera, please come over.
Attorney J, si Doc Gusinfio ba accredited?
Have you taken your oath, Dr. Hilera?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Ilan doktor na ang inyong tinanggal sa listahan ng PhilHealth ng doktor na nag-claim sa PhilHealth?
I think up from 2008 up to present, sir, I think we have 5 doctors po.
Sino-sino ito mga doktor na to?
Let me just get that list, sir.
Please read their names. Ano, tanong ko sa inyo ngayon, ha? Mr. Pargas, si Dr. Mingita ba accredited pa ng PhilHealth o hindi na?
Mr. Chair, not accredited po.
Hindi na.
Yes, sir.
Pero dati accredited siya. Dati, he was accredited. He
Yes,
used to be
Mr. Chair.
accredited. Kailan tinanggal ang kanyang accreditation?
The accreditation of Dr. Mengita, I think, expired in August 31 of 2019. And then
So,
he
1
applied-
year pa lang. Anong year yung mga kaso ni Dr. Mingita Panyaro?
Yeah, Mr. Chair, nagsimula yung kanyang modus noong 2013.
13. So 6 years tuloy-tuloy. Okay, ma'am, may sagot na kayo? Wala pa.
For Dr. Evangelista, si Evangelista pa lang po ang na-confirm ko po, sir. His last accreditation is in 2016, October 21, 2016.
2016.
Yes, sir.
Si Dr. Mingita, 2019.
August 31, 2019.
Ilan pa yung mga doktor na iyong na-blacklist na?
I'm sorry, sir. Can you repeat the question?
How many doctors are now blacklisted or not in the, or how many doctors have lost their accreditation with Philhealth due to fraud?
I'm sorry, sir. I don't have that number, but once they are revoked, it is being blocked in the accreditation database, so they cannot apply in the regions anymore. Their applications cannot be received.
Okay. Meron, no? Meron kayong natanggal na. Hindi na pwedeng mag-ano sa Philhealth. How many of them are facing criminal charges now due to fraud? Legal Department, ilang ngayon ang kaso nyo against doctors due to fraudulent practices against Philhealth?
Sir, may I refer you to Attorney Villegas?
Villegas,
Hindi naman kailangan eksakto. Hindi naman kailangan eksakto yung number. More or less.
marami na ba kayo na demanda dahil sa fraud?
Sir, you are asking for a criminal case, sir? Or
Yes, yes.
So it's the legal, sir, ang criminal case. It's
Okay,
not
okay. I
for
will
the
answer for
RB.
the both of you. Yung cases nyo, fraud and non-fraud, siguro more or less about 3,000. 3,500. Tama ba?
Yes,
Fraud
sir.
and non-fraud.
Majority, sir, of the cases are fraudulent.
Kaya nga.
Non-fraud.
So mga nasa 3,500 more or less.
So, meron na kayong dinimanda na doktor.
Meron, sir, ano po?
Criminal case, meron na.
Meron na po, sir, tayong pinailan po.
Ilan na ang nako-convict?
Sir, as of now, wala pa po kasi nakapending pa yung iba sa court. Yung iba po nasa prosecutor's office pa po.
Okay, wala pa. Habang walang doktor na nako-convict at napapakulong, tuloy-tuloy ang ligaya ng mga yan. Do you see that as something happening right now? Mr. Pargas?
Mr. Chair, posible po if they are really defrauding the system.
If
They are really defrauding the system po, posible po.
Hindi ba, tingin mo ba walang doktor na nanloloko sa PhilHealth?
Meron na pong dahil meron na po kaming mga natanggalan ng accreditation, so maaaring meron.
Pero wala pa tayong pinapakulong o wala pang napapakulong hanggang ngayon. Yes, Attorney Pukulan.
As to doctors who are involved in fraudulent activities, the PhilHealth has already filed 31 PRC cases against those doctors. Several doctors' accreditation were also withdrawn by PhilHealth. And we have also filed some criminal cases, sir. So yun po yung mga...
O sige,
ating
anong
mga-
resulta ng PRC? What's happening at the PRC right now? Anong resulta ng inyong mga kasong final? Sino ito mga testigo? Kompleto ba ebidensya nyo?
Sorry, sir, hindi ko nakuha yung...
Anong status ng cases sa PRC?
Sir, majority, sir, are still pending pa po ng ano.
Pag
Meron
sinabi
na
mo
pong isang,
majority are still
decided
pending,
case.
ibig sabihin, wala ka pang natatanggalan ng lisensya na doktor hanggang ngayon.
As based on the complaint, sir, filed by PhilHealth, wala pa po kasi nga po, almost 90% pa po are pending with the PRC.
Honorable Rimulya, Batay po dyan sa nire-raise ninyo, no? Dapat nga hindi pa natin take up ngayon to. Andito noon si Honorable Kabatbat, natanong mo rin. Si Dr. Mengita nandito na po. Baka gusto nyong, para mayroon tayong isang solid na pagdiskasan tungkol sa kaso. He's in Zoom right now. Would you want to allow him to discuss during your interpellation? Okay, go ahead.
O ngayon, so doktor, may problema tayo, wala pang nangyayari. O yung mga ospital na nanluloko sa Philhealth, meron na ba kayong napasarado? Attorney Villegas, Attorney Pucalan, kahit sino sa inyo.
Sir, as far as the administrative cases, sir, marami na rin po kaming na-revoke, na-suspend at saka nabigyan ng fine ng mga hospital.
Hindi, nung ospital na napasarado, wala pa kayo napapasaradong ospital?
Attorney Pucalan.
Attorney Pucalan.
In addition to the administrative cases filed before healthcare providers, the Philhealth has also issued several TSPC, or the temporary suspension of payment of claims, as well as withdrawal of accreditations of several healthcare providers who are defrauding the Philhealth.
Attorney Villegas, ano yung ospital doon sa Manila na tinanggalan nyo ng accreditation? Holy Infant Jesus ba yun?
Sir?
Ano yung ospital sa Manila? Yung very notorious na lumabas na rin sa news, Holy Infant Jesus ba yun? Nagpasara? Tinanggalan nyo ng accreditation?
Baka po withdrawal o
Yes.
Ganito po yun, sir. I have to explain, Mr. Chair. Kapag withdrawal of accreditation po, that is the process in the accreditation department.
Yes, yes.
Yung
But ano
pong-
yung ospital na yun?
Kaya po kung
No,
sa
Attorney
infant-
Villegas, what particular hospital? We all know the hospital. I just forgot the name. I don't want to dig into my papers. Anong hospital yon?
yung na-revoke po o
Yes.
na-withdraw.
Yung sa Manila, Holy Infant Jesus. Everyone knows that. But
Okay. Tanong ko sa inyo, ito na lang. How many strikes before you take away the accreditation of any doctor or any hospital? Ilang kaso ang kinakailangan mangyari para tanggalin nyo ang accreditation? Ilan?
Sir, sa arbitration po, meron pong 3 counts bago po siya maging revocation yung penalty. Siya po ay nakalagay sa ating implementing rules and regulation on the process po ng arbitration office. First offense, second offense, and third offense po, revocation na po
Ang
siya.
pinag-uusapan dito, insurance fraud, ha? Baka kala nyo, pitikan lang ng tenga to. Insurance fraud to. Oh, Mr. Pucalan.
Sir, aside from the usual quasi-judicial process wherein there is a requirement for at least to conviction, the Philhealth has also implemented this policy on withdrawal of accreditation, wherein if there is proof that there is really widespread or rampant fraud committed by a healthcare provider, the Philhealth can immediately withdraw the accreditation po of the healthcare provider.
Exactly. Ito yan, di ba? To be accredited by Philhealth, para ikaw ay ma-accredit ng Philhealth, is a privilege. It is not a right. Am I correct? Dr. Pargas?
Yes, Mr. Chair.
Then what are you doing? Why are you allowing all of these frauds to continue? Bakit ang bagal ng aksyon? Parang ayaw niyong awatin yung mga gumagawa ng kalokohan. You're talking about billions being lost by our people galing sa taong bayan. Ito naman dapat maisip natin, no? Ang bawat perang pumapasok sa Philhealth every year na premiums at government subsidy, lahat ito galing kay Juan de la Cruz. Galing sa bawat Pilipino yan. Di ba? Galing sa bayan yan. Tapos, slap on the wrist pag nahuli nyo, second chance pa. Dapat wala, di ba? Why are there second chances being given? But hindi nyo immediate. Pag may isang fraud pa lang, tigil na. Wala nang accreditation. Dapat nga dyan, kahit chismis lang eh. Pwede nyo nang tanggalin ng accreditation yan eh. May pattern of fraud lang, may badge of fraud lang, dapat tanggal na yung accreditation ng HCI at ng tao. Tama o mali? Dr. Vargas,
Mr. Chair, tama po. Kaya po ngayon, meron din po kami na tinatawag na kung meron po halimbawa na nakita, meron po agad kami na yung tinatawag na temporary suspension of processing of claims, and then it will have to go through the investigation. And kung talaga pong makita na meron pong tinatawag na fraud, then yung pong binabanggit ni Attorney Pocalian, pwede pong i-request na kaagad for the President to withdraw the accreditation.
okay. You're all experienced already. Ang dami nyo na nakita na nangyayari. Meron naman kayong guidelines kung paano i-identify ang badges of fraud sa bawat specialization at sa bawat kaso? Meron na ba kayong ganong guidelines? Wala pa.
Meron. May guidelines kayo on fraud. Sinambit nyo pa sa amin. Hindi lang analysis. They have guidelines on fraud. Honorable Remulla.
Ilan ang investigators ng legal department nyo?
Investigator, sir, or lawyer, sir?
Investigators. Kasi may lawyers tayo, meron ba kayo investigators?
Sa FIED, sir, I think mga 20, sir. Mga ganun. Mga more than 20. And sa regions naman po, the GCG has just approved a new plantilla position for special investigators just last year. Although the hiring just this year, mga 128 po sa iba-ibang regions.
Mr. Chairman, ang punto ko lang dito kasi, Philhealth is a very tempting target to fraudsters because, number one, it is very slow to react. Number two, it's very forgiving. Pinapabayaan lang. Number three, there's no spirit na pag itong taong to ay talagang tinalo ang Philhealth, dapat mawala ang lisensya niyan at mawala na yan sa landscape ng medical profession. You have to fight for this country. Hindi naman pwedeng lalamiya-lamiya tayo. Ang mga kalaban natin, puro walang yayan. Thank you, Mr. Chairman.
Honorable